Welcome to the UU Church of the South Hills, also known as Sunnyhill. We're delighted that you can join us for this service. Our mission at Sunnyhill is to create a more just and compassionate community within and beyond our walls. On behalf of the Sunnyhill Youth Group, I offer a warm welcome to this special service we have planned. If you're a newcomer or visitor to our congregation, please go to sunnyhill.org and click on the button that says New to Sunnyhill to receive more information about our congregation. If you'd like to be greeted as a newcomer after the service, please take a red mug, and members will seek you out to make sure you are warmly welcomed. If you're joining us online today, please say hello or good morning in the comments on Facebook or YouTube. We'd like to hear from you and extend a welcome to you as well. We welcome children of all ages to our service. For quiet play, we have a children's area here in the sanctuary. For louder activities, we have a nursery just outside the corner entrance to the sanctuary for young children up to age 4. We also have a comfort room accessible through the back hallway from which you can hear and see the service. During our time for all ages, children will be invited to gather at the front steps for a special story. Afterward, they're warmly welcomed to head downstairs for a fun and engaging religious education class for the rest of the service. A general reminder to everyone, please silence your cell phones and other electronic devices so that we can enjoy the service uninterrupted by buzzing or ringing. We open this morning's service with words from Adam Sleet. We gather this morning as one community, a community united by common ideals: love, justice, diversity, freedom, mutual care, and equity. Yet, look around. Look at the faces of those around you. Each face represents an individual. Every one of us with our own story, needs, strengths, and faults. We light our chalice today, honoring our community connection and also the uniqueness that lives within each of us.
Please join us in saying the words to Light Our Chalice, written by Eric Walker Wilkstrom. Here today, in this place with these people, may we listen so that we can hear. May we hear so that we can feel. May we feel so that we can know. And may we know so that we can change ourselves and this world. May this chalice we light our way. Please rise, embody your spirit, and join us in singing our opening hymn, Building Bridges.
This one's around. So we're going to sing it together a couple times in unison, and then I'll lead part 1, and Cadence here will lead part 2. Building bridges between our divisions, I reach out to together. Building bridges between our divisions, I reach out to you. Will you reach out to me? With all of our voices and all of our visions, friends, we can make such sweet harmony. Let's round. Building bridges between our divisions, I reach out to bridges between our divisions, I reach out to voices and reach out to visions. With friends we can make such sweet harmonies. Building bridges
It is now our time for all ages. If there are any children present who would like to join us up in the front, now is your chance to do so. All right, today's story is called I Wonder. Eva looks to the moon. It follows her from place to place, disappearing behind trees and mountains, and then appearing again someplace new. Look, Mama, there it is. The moon looks so beautiful in the sky. How do you think it follows us, Eva? Eva thinks about it, but she just can't figure it out. It's okay to say I don't know, says her mother. When we don't know something, we get to wonder about it. I wonder if the moon and the earth are friends, says Eva. Her mother smiles. I like that idea. But Mama, how does the moon really stay so close to us? There's an invisible force called gravity that pulls all the things in the universe together, Eva's mother explains. Gravity keeps the moon close to the earth, and it keeps the planets close to the sun, and they circle around like this. Eva understands a little better, but then she starts to wonder, Mama, where does gravity come from? I don't know, Eva. Nobody really knows. And when nobody knows something, that's called a mystery. A mystery is something that everyone in the world gets to wonder about together. How fun! Eva imagines herself wondering about gravity together with all the people in the world. Eva watches the moon from behind the clouds as she walks, excited to see where it will appear next. How many grains of sand are there in the whole world, Mama? I wonder about that too. There are trillions and trillions of grains of sand, but nobody knows exactly how many. Eva tries to think about all the sand in the whole world. It feels so big I can't fit it all in my imagination. It makes me feel dizzy, like I'm falling. I know what you mean, her mother agrees, and I'm sure other people feel the same way. Eva walks down another path, looking for the moon, and a little orange butterfly appears. Then she notices there are butterflies everywhere. Mama, where did all these butterflies come from? These butterflies have been flying around for a few days, but they started out as little caterpillars, and those caterpillars came from eggs, and those eggs came from other butterflies. There are cycles all around us, with one thing ending and another beginning. Things are always changing. Can you think of other things that change? Clouds, and frogs, and me. Later, Eva wonders, Mama, what was here before all the butterflies and frogs and clouds? Before everything? I don't know, answers her mother. It's another mystery. I like trying to imagine what was here before all the beginning of everything. What do you think there was? And Eva says, smiling, I don't know. She thinks about it for a long time, and then she has an idea. I wonder if there were feelings. As she walks home, Eva sees the moon again, glowing brightly above the roof of her house. Let's go inside and look for the moon through the window. We live with some big mysteries. When we come upon one, we're given a little gift. Every mystery is something for all of us to wonder about together. What do you wonder about? Well, it's so fun to wonder about. Grades 5 and above will be staying with the service tonight, so please rejoin your families. Grades 4 and below, you're welcome to join us in RE. We will now sing you out.
As you go, may joy surround you as you go. Go in peace. Know our love is with you always as you go. As you go, as you go, may joy surround you as you go. Go in peace. No, our love is with you always as you go, as you go.
Our Share the Plate beneficiary for the month of June is Pittsburgh Equality Center. We have a guest speaker, Ray Sidney Smith. He is here today to speak about the organization.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you for having me here. I want to thank Joe Barker for the invitation and making sure I got here on time and all the other stuff. It's a busy month. It is Pride Month, so happy Pride Month to everybody. I'm Ray Sidney Smith. Yeah. Though it's Pride Month, we are embattled, as you can imagine, in the current climate. But as I said before, I'm Ray Sidney Smith. I'm president of the Pittsburgh Equality Center. I've served on the board for the past 3 years, going on 4 now, and I'm just completing my first year as president of the center. And as board chair, it's my mission to make sure that our mission stays intact throughout political wins and all kinds of other issues. The center has seen quite a challenge over the last several years coming out of COVID. And our mission really is community advocacy, community outreach, and social justice. One of the things that we're really pleased to be able to do is to cover the entire Rainbow Coalition. We cover the L, the G, the B, the Q, the I, the A, the plus, which encompasses so much more. And one of the things that we are seeing, of course, in this particular political climate is an attack on our trans brethren. Our trans siblings are under an immense amount of pressure because they are seen as weak. But the reality is that, I don't know if you know any trans folks, but they are the toughest people I know, right? They really are. I had just to come out as gay. It wasn't really that big a deal for me. But it's really difficult for other folks. But to have to change your identity in that kind of fundamental way, to come to grips with it, and then to do that out in community every day. I don't just come out once in my life, right? I come out every time. I just came out to all of you, right? And it's the same thing for trans folks. They have to decide on how that happens. But the whole reason I talk about this is that being trans is not a problem, right? The problem is society's views on trans issues when it comes to this fact, right? Which is that they're not the problem. They're not predators. They're not going out there and doing anything to anyone else. They're just being used as a political cudgel so that we're able to blame someone for something, right? And so we can come together as a community and really, as morally solvent people, whether religious communities like yourselves, spiritual communities, secular communities, all together, we can come together and really help the most vulnerable and minority populations. And so I'm really thankful and pleased for you all to be doing the Share the Plate for Pride Month for our organization. We have all kinds of trans programming at the center. You can learn more about us at pghequalitycenter.org, and I'm sure my information can be given if anyone has any questions, or if you yourself need help, always reach out to the center. Our email address, our text and phone numbers are always available. That's what we've done for the past 45 years, is acted as a support referral service for the community, and we will continue to do so. We as queer people have always been, we always will be, and thank you all for having us today.
Thank you, Ray, for joining us and talking about the Pittsburgh Equality Center. If you'd like to make a gift via our online giving system, you can do so by going to sunnyhill.org, clicking the button that says Online Giving, and following the instructions. Or you can give by text at 412-324-3130. All text gifts will go to our Share the Plate offering. We'll be passing our offering baskets in just a moment. If you're writing a check, please put Share the Plate in the memo line.
Good morning. Each week at this time, we share joys and sorrows submitted by members of the congregation. Joys and sorrows may be submitted online through our website, sunnyhill.org, or by filling out a paper form in the fellowship hall. After each joy or sorrow that I read, please respond by saying, "We hold you in our hearts."
First, we have a joy from Miriam Carr. Eden Chang placed first chair in both chamber choir and triple trio and was honored with the Limelight Award in the theater department for hardest working. To Miriam and Eden, we hold you in our hearts. And then to go along with that, Paul and Kathy Lawson helped Dana Chang prepare and practice for her license. She got hers yesterday. To Miriam and Dana Chang, we hold you in our hearts. And then I'll do this one. Okay. This is both a joy and a sorrow submitted from the Sunnyhill Scouts. Last Sunday, after spending the weekend with our Sunnyhill youth on their annual retreat, Tanya Broadhead had a medical incident at our Scout swim practice. Tanya lost consciousness in the pool and stopped breathing, but thanks to the quick actions of leaders and lifeguards, Tanya was resuscitated and taken to the hospital. Now, 1 week later, Tanya is with us here today and doing well, and she would like to remind everyone to sign up for a first aid and CPR class because it really does save lives. To Tanya Broadhead and her family and the Scouts, we hold you in our hearts.
We have a sorrow from Phil Cassidy. Sarah Mills Kern, a longtime friend and former coworker of mine at the Alley Theater in Houston in the 90s and 2000s, succumbed to cancer on Wednesday. It was a long battle that saw many trips to Boston to see specialists and participate in trials of new cancer treatments. She is survived by her husband, Frank, children Nola and Finn, her parents, and extended family. She will be greatly missed by many. To Phil, as well as Sarah's friends and family, we hold you in our hearts. We have a sorrow from John Luff. Carolyn Schaefer, older sister of Betty Luff, died this past Tuesday after a long decline in Vera, Florida. Her death followed her sibling Maggie, who died of pancreatic cancer in April 2018. To John and Betty and family, we hold you in our hearts. We have a joy and a sorrow submitted for all those who lost a family member or friend to war. As someone who lost a father to World War II and who served in Vietnam, where the only constant was the daily meaningless deaths of your brothers in arms, Memorial Day has always held special importance to me. Over the years, I've become a nerd to the hollow, rah-rah speeches by well-meaning people who just don't understand. Last Monday, however, was an exception when Reverend McGaw spoke at the Mount Lebanon Memorial Day ceremony. Bookending the babble were an invocation and benediction by someone who gets Memorial Day and was able to put it into words that moved me to the edge of tears. I only wish that Reverend Jim's words had a worldwide audience. Thank you, Reverend Jim. For all those who lost a family member or friend to war and Reverend Jim, we hold you in our hearts.
Let us hold in our circle of caring each person here. Let us hold in our hearts those who are unable to be here today. Let us hold in our memories those who have moved on, and let us find comfort in knowing that we are not alone.
I share this blessing in the spirit of meditation, written by Julian Lepp. We seek our place in the world and the answers to our heart's deep questions. As we seek, may our hearts be open to unexpected answers. May we be reminded that all beings are whole, sacred, and worthy. Let our hearts be welcoming to multiple truths, not holding hard or fast to closed-mindedness or judgmental thinking. What can we learn from each other in the richness of our differences? May the heart of compassion help us recognize the sacred in each other and the bridge differences in these challenging times. May each of us be held in relationship, accountability, and the power of beloved community. Blessed be. As we listen to our musical meditation, we invite anyone who feels moved to do so to come forward, light a candle, place it in the sand, and then return to your seat.
This year youth group, we focus on table topics. Table topics are a large deck of cards that bring up different questions. There are table topics for all different age groups and settings. Our set brought up some really interesting conversations, and we talked about human nature, what happens after we die, mental health, children, the future, and so much more. You see, when you see us all up here presenting like a cohesive team, you might assume we are close friends that hang out together. Well, let me tell you, we are friends, but not because we are similar. We don't all like the same things. We don't all have the same taste in music or movies or even pizza toppings. We are completely unique individuals who happen to have this one thing in common, that our families or a friend thought we might like it at Sunnyhill. What we've learned through this last year is that our individuality and uniquenesses are our strengths. Also, we learned about the importance of coming together and asking questions. We're all UU. We have the same shared values of love and equity and justice. We have an understanding of each other and care for each other. But beyond that, we are so different. But what matters is that we can come together and talk about these big, challenging issues with respect, curiosity, and care. To prepare for today, we selected one of the table topics from the box. We are each going to share a reaction to the question, but we haven't talked to each other about it. This is pretty much how youth group looked this year. We encourage you all to consider how you would answer this question, and please feel free to share with us during coffee hour. The question for today is, what do you think you're supposed to learn in this lifetime?
I believe that in this lifetime, we are supposed to learn how to care for others. We need to learn how to love and know how to show that love. We must learn to be honest and kind, and above all, curious. Curious and open-minded about a world we will never be able to fully understand in our lifetime. So we must learn to continue to ask questions, even if it feels like all our questions were already answered.
I think people should learn about themselves and their identity. Learning about ourselves has been something we do our whole life, whether it's who we befriend, what we study, what we like, or what we dislike. This is literally what shapes everything in our lives, and it doesn't stop until we die. But I don't think we ever learn enough about this. I don't think you can ever learn everything about yourself. We tend to be oblivious to things that aren't new, and just some of it will never reach our minds. Because of this, I think people should take time every once in a while to just learn who they are and never stop trying. Thank you.
What are you supposed to learn in this lifetime? I can't really answer that question and have it be true for everyone, but I can state my personal ideas. I believe that we're supposed to learn the meaning of life, not 42. This sounds pretty big at first, and I don't mean it in general, like all the way, but what it means to you. What do you want to do with your life? What's its purpose? If you can't figure that out, then get to it. Finding a meaning out of your lifetime is the most important thing one can do, whether it be a passion, hobby, greater cause, or pretty much anything. Just find something that brings meaning to your life and learn to live it to its fullest.
While this question is heavily considered, I believe there is only one true answer for me: learning to achieve one's true sense of inner peace. This, of course, comes in many forms. However, the foundation is the ability to unapologetically love what you love, whatever that may be. Every human faces the conflict of their existence. Accepting the unspoken truth that your life will end and still choosing to make the most of it is truly the epitome of fulfillment. Constantly seeking what brings you undying happiness is a never-ending road.
Even though we don't all agree on these questions, we still come together each week as a community to talk about these topics. Part of what makes Unitarian Universalism so special is the fact that we can each express our own opinions in a supportive way. Thank you all so much for listening.
Before we get started with our bridging ceremony, I want to give a big shout out to our youth group leaders this year. They were Jay Pullen, Tanya Broaded, and John Pollock. They helped facilitate all of these questions, and this is what the table topics look like. There's quite a few of them in here, and they really did have some really powerful conversations. So thank you for listening to a little snippet of what we do in youth group. All right, now for our bridging ceremony. The bridging ceremony is a time when we celebrate our youth group seniors as they make the transition from youth to young adulthood. Our bridging seniors this year are Henry Thornton, Evan Craig, Zayden Mary, Maya Clevenger, and Theo Kimberlin. They're each part of the Sunnyhill community in their own way. First, we have Henry Thornton. Henry Thornton will be graduating from Montour High School with distinguished honors. He earned the seal of biliteracy in Spanish and the rank of Eagle Scout this year. Henry has served as the secretary, treasurer, and vice president of Student Council, the treasurer of his senior class, and has been a member of the National Honor Society, Model UN, and the Katie Quiz team. He's spending his 4th summer working at the Chartiers Country Club. Henry will be attending Dickinson College in the fall to study international relations and Spanish. Next, we have Evan Craig. Evan graduated summa cum laude from West Allegheny High School, where he was recognized with distinguished honors and simultaneously earned 2 associate's degrees from CCAC at the same time for general studies in multimedia programming, simulation, and gaming. Evan was honored to be chosen as a part of the PMEA All-State Chorus, presented with a National Choral Award. Evan has been an active member of marching and jazz bands, wind and brass ensembles, handbell and show choirs, National Honor Society, and the Science Bowl. And Evan will be attending the Golisano College of Computing and Information Sciences at Rochester Institute of Technology, where he was awarded both presidential and performing arts scholarships. He plans to continue his studies in the area of game development and design. Zayden Mary is graduating from South Fayette High School. He is a volunteer, mentor, and assistant coach, a percussionist in both the concert and marching bands, and an avid car enthusiast. He will be spending his summer working at Three Rivers Volkswagen. Zayden is an active athlete and plays soccer, baseball, basketball, and most notably volleyball, which he will be continuing to play while on the inaugural NCAA volleyball team at Washington and Jefferson College. He's looking forward to studying environmental science and engineering while there and was awarded a Dean's Scholarship. Maya Clevenger. Maya is graduating from South Park High School as an high honor roll student. Throughout her time there, she was a member of the Environmental Club, an organization focused on betterment of her school and local community. This year, Maya has worked with residents at a senior care facility to help fund her college education. She's due to start at Penn State University in the fall, where she plans to major in wildlife biology. And finally, we have Theo Kimberlin. Theo is a graduate of Westinghouse Arts Academy, where they majored in vocal performance, music composition, and digital arts. They are a member of National Honor Society and served as president of the Tri-M Music Honor Society this year. Theo is an accomplished aerial artist and will be working at Iron City Circus Arts this summer in client service and as a camp counselor. In March, they started their own graphic design and digital art business and recently completed 13 logos for a robotics league in New Orleans. In August, Theo will be heading to Boston to attend Berklee College of Music, where they will study vocal performance, film composition, and music technology. There are our senior youth friends. Wow. These youth are wonderful humans. They're each talented, thoughtful, and super stinking smart. It has been an honor to watch them grow, and I know that they will continue to keep this community close at heart. All right, for our senior youth, would you please join us here on the steps?
When we welcome young people as infants or children into our community, we give them roses, tightly closed buds on stems from which the thorns have been removed. The buds are symbols of life just beginning, whose unfolding we will experience petal by petal, just as they will. The thornless stems are vivid images of our intent to protect the children of our church family from all that could be hurtful, to make their path smooth as their lives unfold. The youth before us today, Henry, Zayden, Eden, Theo, and Maya, are at the other edge of childhood and adulthood. And it is fitting once more to use these symbols, those images from the past, to speak to them and to ourselves of what is to come. Again, a rose, not the tight bud of babyhood now, but a larger, more mature rose, closer to opening into a full and glorious flower. The stem this time is not so carefully stripped of thorns. We can no longer hold away the hurts and dangers of adulthood, any more than we can keep this rose from opening. Though adult life is occasionally sharply painful, as well as rich in color and texture, we urge our young adults to engage it fully. And while we are not able to protect them, we try to give them the tools to protect themselves. Values by which to measure lives of worth, decision-making skills, and the knowledge of how to think instead of what we think. A heritage of the right of conscience and the need to act on what the conscience demands. And a religious community in which to test and refine the possible directions of their lives.
In our religious tradition, it's not just ministers and religious professionals who have the power to bless. Each of us has the power to bless another and to bless the world. Therefore, I invite everyone here to participate in this blessing. The words are ordinary words, but we make the blessing real through our shared intention.
This is a laying on of hands, sending off ritual. I'm going to ask our seniors to step onto the floor just in front of the steps, so down a couple of steps. And I'll ask their families to come forward, if you will, first of all, and put a hand on shoulder or arm of your bridging senior or a family member who's got a shoulder or arm on them. And next, I'm going to ask everyone in the congregation to participate, which is going to involve spilling into the center aisles a little bit, and also the front rows coming forth. Lay a hand on a shoulder or arm of someone in front of you or behind you so that we're all connected to our graduating seniors. This will take just a minute, so everyone please get up, move out, move up a little bit, and we'll make it happen. The connections that we make here together physically among one another represent the usually invisible web of support and caring that nurtures and carries all of us forward.
Henry, Zayden, Evan, Theo, and Maya, as you step forward into your next chapter, we send you with our fondest hopes and blessings.
May life bring enough challenge to fuel your dreams, enough affirmation to honor your gifts, and enough love and nurture to give your spirit peace.
Believe in your vision, follow your dreams.
And know always that when you return to us, here you will find the hands of friends. Amen.
And so now we say goodbye to the child with confidence, as well as some lingering wistfulness, and eagerly greet today's bridgers, Henry, Zayden, Evan, Theo, and Maya as young adults.
You may return to your seats.
Okay, wait 1 second. If you know the song, please sing along. Thank you. Yesterday, a child came out to wander, caught a dragonfly inside a jar. Fearful when the sky was full of thunder, and tearful at the falling of a star. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. Then the child moved 10 times round the seasons, skated over 10 clear frozen streams. Words like, when you're older, must appease him, and promises of someday make his dreams. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. 16 springs and 16 summers gone now. Cartwheels turn to car wheels through the town, and they tell him, take your time, it won't be long now, till you drag your feet too slow, the circles down. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. So the years spin by, and now the boy is 20. Though his dreams lost some grandeur coming true, there'll be new dreams, maybe better dreams, and plenty, before the last revolving year is through. And the
She's so talented. Please join me in saying the words for extinguishing our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
We close our service with the following words. We are never complete, we are never finished, we are always yet to be. May we always allow others to be and help and enable each other to grow towards all that we were capable of becoming. Amen.
Please join us for coffee and conversation in the fellowship hall. Go in peace.